Hey guys, Sasha here. It's Real Talk Part 7, and this episode won't be as long as the other ones. I really doubt this is going to stretch out to 15 or 20 minutes. I am pretty sick. My yapping energy is not there, but I do want to just be more concise and clear about the things I'm going to talk about. And with that, today's episode will be about not seeking answers. Now, as you usually do, you may ask yourself, Sasha, what do you mean you shouldn't seek answers? And to preface this whole talk, I want to say one thing. It is important to be curious. It is very important to be curious. Trying new things, learning new things, new experiences, finding new people, very important. The saying curiosity killed the cat is not 100% accurate. So be curious, go try new things, go experience new experiences. But with that, I want to talk about something else. And this video in particular has to do with human relations in general, whether that be romantic relationships, platonic friendships, mentorships, your parents, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It's just human relationships in general. A lot of the time, people do things that we don't like, people hurt us in the process, or just act or make choices that are unexplainable to us. We have to understand that a lot of the decisions that people make are emotionally driven. I believe there is a small percentage of people that can make calculated, logical decisions all the time, where every decision is rationalized. But a lot of us do have a human side to us, right? And that human side leads us to make emotional decisions, act irrationally, so on and so forth. We try to rationalize and justify those emotional actions, emotional decisions, in the same way that we rationalize logical decisions. And the dots don't always connect. Actually, most of the time they don't connect. Because what might make sense to you might make zero sense to a different person. And you will never be able to break that barrier. And a lot of the time, we do try to justify things. We do try to rationalize and have some sort of logic behind actions that, to be frank, is not present there. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people who make emotional decisions or who make decisions based on their emotions don't make logical and rational decisions. A lot of the time they do. What I'm saying is that you, as a third party perspective, oftentimes can't rationalize it right away. And maybe it'll take some time, maybe it'll dawn on you one day, who knows? And what I want to talk about today is that you don't always have to seek for answers. You don't always have to get answers. As I mentioned, as humans, we want to have an answer to everything. We don't like it when there's a little void in our head that's not filled, something that's making us question, why did this happen? Well, what even happened? Why did this thing happen? How did this happen? So on and so forth. You have to understand, oftentimes there is relief in not getting an answer and being able to just let go. Now, it might sound very counterintuitive, but it has helped me. I'm sure it has helped you to some extent. And if you sit down and, critically analyze your life at certain points, you will see that there might have been times when you decided, well, this doesn't deserve my attention. This doesn't deserve me to keep looking into it. My biggest personal experience with this was with my first girlfriend. It was a very rocky relationship and turned into a situationship eventually. But essentially, at one point, I was being manipulated, and we can just say I've been getting done dirty. And I kept looking for an answer as to why. Why would she do it? Why did that happen? And I couldn't rationalize it for myself whatsoever. I kept wanting to understand why. And I think a part of that made me go back to her because I wanted to understand. Now, I also want to say that I understand that we're all people and we can all hurt each other or do things that another might not find pleasing. But that was sort of next level. That was like advanced manipulation magic. But either way, at one point, I just stopped looking for answers. I decided for myself, I'm done with trying to rationalize these actions. I don't need to do that anymore. I don't want to. I want to get away from that. I don't need to and I don't want to. And it literally felt like a weight was lifted from my shoulders. I can't lie. There were times still when I thought, why would she do that? It was more like dwelling than actively trying to get an answer to that question. And funny enough, it wasn't until me, my last girlfriend, and my roommate at the time had a conversation about it. And, my last girlfriend rationalized it from a girl's perspective and perspective of that person at that time. And it kind of made sense. I understood why it happened. I understood the reason that what happened to me happened. Was it still okay? No, but I guess at least that box was ticked. But that happened ages later. That was long into the future. And I think the sooner you stop trying to rationalize these emotion based actions and decisions, the sooner you will be able to let go and have your mind free of whatever the thing that burdens you is. The most practical advice I can give on this is just be more conscious about it. If somebody makes a decision or acts in a particular way that you dislike, and you'd understand that it wasn't a calculated, planned action that the person planned out carefully to get you hurt, you have to understand that's almost never the case. So stop looking for answers to questions that can't be answered. It only hurts you and it only burdens you in the process. Try to be more conscious about whether something you're pursuing and some answer to a question you have is even worth getting an answer to, because you might get more hurt in the process, and that's never a good idea, right? Anyhow, this was Sasha, Real Talk Part 7. You guys enjoyed the video. I don't know, wait for a new one. See ya.